mistake, since LANC-3 forgot to mention to the crew of the Space Bird his terrible betrayal of his former employer, Davinioa, the Space Pit. Hounded by Dav's thugs, the bastards are forced to run for cover in a long-abandoned lithium mine. Their only hope now is that there's more than one way out, and not too many other things down here with them. But there are.
Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm the Game Bastard Kyle.
Todd.
Corey.
Austin.
Today we're playing Star Wars. We're playing the old school Star Wars game, West End Games, the D6 system that came back in the early 80s. We've played a couple of these Star Wars adventures. They're spread throughout the podcast. We generally play a one-shot here and there.
Because it is May, it's Star Wars month.
Yeah, which is why we did this purposefully.
We planned this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to celebrate.
The last week of May.
Yeah.
Wait, will this episode actually come out in June?
It'll come out around the same time The Acolyte comes out, which is also planned.
Definitely on purpose.
It wasn't because we didn't plan far enough ahead as to what.
Not.
I should have made this one like chased by an acolyte or something.
Yeah.
We could have tied in that some of that sweet acolyte hysteria.
We're all a little bit Acolyte. I'm 1/16.
Todd, who are you playing?
I am the protocol droid LAN-C3, otherwise known as Lance. He looks like C-3PO, but he's translucent, so you can see all of the gears and stuff. And because of this, he wears a black shirt and black pants, and he also wears a bowler hat. He was created for the wealthiest pimp on planet Golo II, the aforementioned Dav.
Yeah, the space pimp.
Yes.
Who you ratted on.
I did.
Dav in Iowa.
Dav in Iowa.
Yeah, based on Patreon subscriber Dave in Iowa. We're terrific.
Yeah, after I've started saying Dave in Iowa, it is hard to go back and say Dave in Iowa.
Yeah. We just improved his name.
You're welcome.
And because Lance worked for a pimp, I guess, his voice is nothing like C-3PO's. His voice was programmed to sound like a 1930s gangster, which is totally something George Lucas would do with a character, I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, there was
a
50s diner, so...
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
I just hope... Corey, who are you playing?
Playing Farnar. He's a Wookiee.
Yeah?
He's a Southern boy. He's raised by his granny. He's got a sister who's a bitch.
She's had some disagreements with her brother.
Yeah, they don't get along. He also wears pants, or as he calls them, breeches.
Yeah.
But it looks like Huck Finn pants. They're too small for him, so they come up to the shins. He recently acquired some rollerblades.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And he has a part on his head and chest.
I like to think most Wookiees do wear clothes. Chewbacca's just weird.
He's just naked.
And figures he can just freebird it with around all these non-Wookiees. They don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, what? I got a bandolier.
Austin?
I'm playing Mickey Bones Fructose. Actually, Mickey Bones / Legolas / Soda Pop Fructose.
Uh-huh.
Mickey Fructose.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of those nicknames.
Yeah. He's a space gambler and a rogue.
this point.
Barely human.
Yeah, he's more cybernetic than Darth Vader.
Let me run down the list here. Yeah, so he still has one real leg, and the rest are... So he has 2 cybernetic arms, a prosthetic mechanical leg.
He's got one real leg, but he twisted his ankle playing pickleball.
And lost. He has a mechanical eyebrow. I picture that kind of looking like one of those lever-operated eyebrows on a ventriloquist dummy.
Oh, yes.
And he has a space ear trumpet on one ear.
Yeah, he's good at combat, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Good at many things.
I've yet to see any.
That attitude is what got me in this situation.
Like, Lance has a 1D in every skill, and somehow Lance is fine.
Well, yeah, he's a droid. I mean, he's been completely destroyed and put back together.
That's true. Farnar had to fix him using a vending machine.
Yeah, Lance still shoots out Toblerones, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, if you don't have a high strength, I think it is in this game, it is pretty easy to DIE.
Yeah, dexterity has like all the parries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Kyle said, it's the original West End games. It's very basic. There's just a lot of skills, and it's all D6s.
Yeah.
And you have various dice numbers, like Farnar has a 6D in Brawling. So you just add those up. And there's a wild dice, too.
That's right. It's a really rules light Star Wars game if you want to just play something on a whim and don't want to go through a wormhole developing characters. And
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no real balanced conceit concerning the die rolls or anything like that. It's just straight up how good you are at something tells you how many dice to roll.
Yep.
Yeah, Lance is very proficient at starship piloting. He is the one who actually flies the Space Bird. He has a 7D in piloting and an 8D in Streetwise and an 8D in languages, obviously, Protocol Droid.
And we did advance our characters just before we started this episode.
We did. We haven't leveled up in a while, so.
Yeah. So the way leveling works in Star Wars is, again, very simple. Instead of gaining specific experience that gets you to a threshold where certain given variables are added to your character, you just earn skill points and spend them to upgrade your character. So if you've got a 3D in blasters and want to upgrade to the next die, you've got a couple levels to go through. It costs 3D to go up to +1, 3D to go up to +2, and then 4 points to get to 4D.
I leveled up Lance by just simply adding a +1 to all of his 1Ds.
Nice.
So now it's 1D +2 on all of them because I don't like math.
And we did play the more modern Star Wars once, and we
Yes.
didn't like it.
No.
Oh, my God.
Edge of Empire, is that the one?
Edge of the Empire.
Yeah, I think it was too visual for us being a podcast.
It was too visual. We got way too excited about just nicknaming all the different die results.
Yeah.
And
Because there's no numbers on that
Yeah.
system's die.
Yeah.
It's all little pictures, and that was a lot to explain on an audio format.
Yeah, I like Edge of the Empire. I've played it quite a bit. I much prefer the West End Games rules for
Us.
felt a lot to
yeah,
explain.
for
It
the
was a lot to
podcast.
understand. I had so much trouble keeping up with what constituted what.
It definitely is easier in a format we use with a simpler rule set.
Yeah. For Mickey's progression, I added a few skills. So everything kind of works in trees underneath your general attributes. Dexterity branches out into blasters and dodging and things like that. So whatever your base attribute is, that's your starting point for a skill, and you can upgrade from there. And I added a few things like medicine, starship gunnery, and just a few more useful items that need to be in Mickey's raison d'etre.
You know who else works in trees? Squirrels. It's their job.
Yeah,
All right.
When you said everything is in trees, my first thought was, Mickey, you should probably stay out of trees. You just got one good leg.
Well, for now.
Well, I'm an excellent lineman now.
And I don't remember what advanced Farnar. That was like 12 minutes ago.
No, that's fair.
Farnar was pretty handy altogether.
I think he just raised some stuff,
Yeah.
like his brawling, which really needed to be raised.
Yeah, that's one thing a Wookiee needed to be is stronger.
Right. And we do have a trusty astromech droid, PUK-3, or Puke.
Named after Patreon member Vomit.
Thank you, Vomit.
The three of you foolishly came back to Golo II to pick up Lance's extra hat.
Okay.
He was really worried about this and neglected to mention to Farnar and Mickey and Puke how much his former employer absolutely hated him. One thing led to another, as it often does, and you find yourselves being chased into an abandoned lithium mine to escape from all the mob thugs that are desperately trying to shoot you in the face.
Hey, look, in fairness to me, Lance, that's LANC3, I just wanted to let you know that I was getting tired of the bowler hat and I wanted to go back to the more traditional pork pie.
The three of you are running, screaming. Well, Puke is there, so the four of you down a mine shaft. It's heavy stone walls. There's absolutely no lighting. Fortunately, Puke is there with his little astromech flashlight. Blaster fires coming behind you, and up ahead you can see an old pair of emergency blast doors that are open, but could potentially be closed to give you some respite from all the Pike Syndicate thugs hustling down the tunnel after you, shouting, "Stop, Lance! We just want to talk! about how we're going to disembowel your robot innards and spread them all around in like a fairy circle and dance on them and jump and poop.
That seems fair.
And you too, Wookie, you giant stupid monstrosity.
You son of a bitch.
And the other one, the one I don't like, the one I hate the most, Puke.
Yeah.
Yes, well,
No, Puke.
Just ready for it.
I don't want to talk to you, human. You look like you've been pained enough. We're just going to let you go.
I'm just so used to receiving the vitriol of most people around me.
Nope, you're just pathetic and I feel sorry for you.
Oh, well then.
But you, droid, Puke. And Puke goes, "Burp, burp."
Now, look here, fuckos. Let's work this out, see?
So you guys could stop and talk, or you could try to get the blast door down.
Let's get the blast door down.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be a technical test to get the blast door closed.
Okay, Farnar has a 3D plus 1 in technical.
All right.
Okay. Mickey has 2D plus 1. Can I assist him at all?
Sure.
Well, I was also going to ask, since we do have an astromech droid, can he give Farnar a boost die-wise, since he's the one that's going to be plugging in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You have to drag him away because he's just hurling droid insults at the chasing pikes.
Well,
Finally, we have a scrappy do of the group.
Yeah, he pops open his front compartment and just oil just spews out like urine towards them.
God, it's a filthy little fucker.
So you drag him away, plug him in, and you can roll your dice. With Mickey helping you and Puke, you can, you know what? Go ahead and make it 5D plus 1.
Okay.
Difficulty 15.
Okay. That's a 22.
You have this brief vision of Mickey getting his arm caught in the door and smashed off, which is what was going to happen if you failed. But Mickey is mercifully stumbles back out of the way as the door slams shut and the pikes rush up and start banging on the other end. Hey, let us in, you jerks. We just want to kill you. You guys are left with the long dark of Golo II lithium mine.
Drums in the deep.
Boy, in that voice, man.
So you do a cursory exploration of this section of the tunnel, and it opens up into a wider, probably what was a work area. There are some clearly old repulsor lift minecarts that are inactive and just piled like refuse in one corner. There's a set of elevators, large cargo elevators. Again, they look like they haven't been used in a while. Everything here is unpowered, but there's plenty of lighting above that's just not active. And then, of course, the mine descends deeper and rapidly begins to branch off. And there's all sorts of random machines and broken tools and droids laying around. It's Star Wars, too, so, there's just lots of crap.
Oh, this seems less like Mordor and more like Temple of Doom.
Fellas, I can remember at one point when this joint was a swingin'. We used to call this the lithium room.
On account of that's where they piled all the raw lithium they brought up from the mine shaft.
And the droids just humped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one place on Golo II where a droid can be a droid.
That's gross. I remember when you tried to hump Granny's fridge. It was gross as hell. And then Mickey's pert near fridge. Heading that way.
Well, the one thing I do know, fellas, is that my pork pie hat is not in this part of the planet.
I ought to smack that hat off your damn stupid clear head. Why didn't you tell us you was a narc, you dummy?
Well, how do you think I got away from the space pimp and became the pilot of the space bird?
I assumed he didn't like you because I didn't.
I turned state's evidence. That's how I came into contact with you, gents.
Well, how are we supposed to trust you from here on out?
Well, my programming will not allow... No, that's bullshit. You can't trust me.
Shit.
A compartment on Puke pops out and a blaster sticks out, and the blaster's pointing at Lance, and he's like,
You're right to do that, Puke.
Let's not get crazy here, all right? We're all friends, right?
Well, that remains to be seen.
Hey, come on. You're half droid now. Actually, you're more 3/4 droid, so you should be on my side, Mickey.
You're now my least favorite, Lance. Mickey,
And we've known many Lances in our day.
Mickey, congrats.
Thank you.
You have been raised. Well, now
Can I have a new nickname?
y'all tied. Well, you said you done been here before. You know how to get out a different way.
Why, yes, if my circuits are correct, I do seem to remember a way out of this lithium mine. Spent a lot of time down here with the other droids, you know, doing droid things, and we used to always creep back up into Dav's palace room through a secret tunnel, which is should be just down this way.
Oh, so we got to sneak into your old boss's palace? God damn, man, this is ignorant.
Well, that's where my hat is.
Son of a fucking bitch.
What is it with this hat? The last time you wore a pork pie hat, you just walked around telling everyone what's the rumpus. I don't like it.
Better be a damn holocron in that or hat or something. Got the secret of the Sith here, I do. He's a secret Sith Lord.
So, Todd, Lance can roll his knowledge to see if he remembers the right way to the secret tunnel.
This is
Cool.
Great.
I'm thinking streetwise.
Mine-wise.
Well, Streetwise is more about navigating the safe places to go in a city, knowing what gangs and what operators are working around. So I think just knowledge.
All right, well, that's a 1D.
Oh, no.
No.
Difficulty 20. Now make sure that's your wild die.
Jeez.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, this is a mine that Lance has not been into a long time that is collapsing.
How am I going to get a 20 on a 1D6?
Because you're rolling the wild die. If you get like 4 6s in a row, you'll
Yeah.
be fine.
All right, here we go.
I didn't make your characters.
That's a 4.
You don't get it.
Ah,
Trust me, gents. I know the way.
The four of you set out down the main mine shaft, passing old discarded bricks of lithium that were processed but never removed from the mine. And then there's more scrap heap lithium, different branching paths, and one seemingly small one at random. Lance just turns down, assuring you that this is the right way to go. And it begins to slope downward.
yeah, the air smells less foul this way. Keep it down. I think a Spagolem's following us. It's a space golem.
Yeah, I got it.
Hey guys.
So you enter a large chamber that clearly was part of some sort of power relay because there's cables and exposed power lines hanging down in this section of the tunnel. There's still latent energy coursing through here because there's flashes and crackles every few seconds. This could be some lower level of the palace's energy infrastructure. There's large pillars and beams that shore up the ceilings and walls, and lots of shadows cast around here from the very poor lighting.
Ah, yes, of course, fellas. Welcome to the room that powers the Sibian. Or the space Sibian, as we call it.
Just the one.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
How the hell do we get to this damn planet? Plus, you promised me you were give me a really nice brush.
So Puke rolls in, he's looking around. Suddenly, 3 winged creatures attached to the ceiling of the cavern screech and begin swooping toward you. It's Minox!
Oh, space ducks.
Their loud, piercing shrieks echo off the walls and disorient you, and they look really gross.
They got them suck mouths. Gets shit all over your window.
Well, you know there, buddy Farnar. They're not the only things in this palace that have suck mouths, if I remember correctly.
That is so gross.
Can we take shelter, please? I'm gonna say, just for the purposes of this character, that Mickey has an intense phobia of Minox.
I mean, that fits.
I ain't scared of shit except banshees. I don't like how they yell at you.
Very first body part I ever lost was to a Minox. Took my toe.
And that toe is actually on his real leg, and it's just like one mechanical toe.
Yeah.
You guys and PUK3 are in this Minoc nest. The power conduit lines run through a series of smaller tunnels that you could go in, kind of east to west. But the main tunnel slopes down from your position, which would be you're in the south, so it'd be going to the north. And that is the direction that Lance has indicated you need to go. So what are you guys doing?
Well, at this point, Farnar reveals his breeches are actually made of mithril silver.
I mean, I can bring in a troll. So, if you guys recall, the way combat works is I decide what the NPCs are going to do. I don't tell you. You go around, tell me what your characters are going to do, and then I tell you what the NPCs do, and we figure that out. And you can, of course, take an action on your turn. You can move. You can take multiple actions. Remember, each action you take decreases your skill rolls by 1 die. So if you're going to do one action, you're fine. If you do two, each is at -1. If you do three, each is at -2. So I know what the Minox are going to do because they're Minox. Austin, what is Mickey going to do?
Mickey's not waiting for a plan. Mickey is running down the mine shaft under the cover of piles of rubble, abandoned carts, anything he can find, and looking back and firing his blaster at him as he runs.
In the direction you think you're supposed to go.
Sure.
Okay. Well, that is important because Mickey could run down a different place and get lost forever.
Well, I mean, he's mortally afraid of Minox, so he's not paying much attention to where he's going.
He gets lost in the caverns and has to eat his good leg.
Corey, what is Farnar doing?
Farnar is also going to start running from the cavern, but he's going to be bringing up the rear, firing at the Minox as he covers the escape of these fuckers.
Okay. Todd, what is Lance going to do?
He's going to draw his blaster.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. He's got the Travis Bickle
Yes.
gun.
He's going to blast at the Minox.
Gotcha. Any movement?
Actually, no. He's going to stand in place and fire.
Okay. So the Minox are swooping at one on each of you because there's 3 for 3. And PUK3 is going, ah! And just beelining down the tunnel towards where he hopes the way out is. So let me ask you guys this. Are you shooting them the moment you see them, or are you letting them get close?
Lance is going to let them get close.
Yeah, Mickey's probably running until one closes in on him and then fires defensively.
At this point, Farnar turns to Lance and says,
Wait a minute. Is lithium explosive?
Yes.
Fuck me.
well, in that case, Farnar is going to wait till they get closer.
So if you wait till they get close, you can shoot them at point blank range. It'd be difficulty 5. Though, I will say that if you do wait, you will have no reaction to be able to dodge.
Okay.
So if you want to dodge them when they attack you, you'll have to shoot before they get so close.
Can we still parry?
I would let you still parry if you have a weapon that can parry. Which, I think a Wookiee bowcaster, is that what you're using?
That was the original plan, but he may just switch to his paws.
Yeah, you could let them close in and just go to grapple.
Yeah, Farnar gonna do that.
Mickey's going to start firing at medium range.
Well, it wouldn't have to be medium. It could be short range. So it'd be difficulty 10 for you.
Okay. So Mickey has a blaster skill of 6D.
Okay. So, Austin, you can roll your... Todd, you're waiting for point blank, right?
Yes.
So it's difficulty 5, so you guys can roll that.
Is that the same for me?
Your difficulty is 5 as well.
And would this be brawling or melee?
Brawling.
Brawling, okay.
Yeah, because you're using your paws, not an axe or anything.
Okay.
I rolled a total of 25.
Now, isn't there something in this game where if you roll double, it increases damage or something like that?
So, quick reminder of the way damage works in this game. If the damage roll is less than the strength roll, which they roll their strength, you roll your damage, they're stunned. If the damage roll is higher than the strength roll, it's a wound. If the damage roll is twice as high as a strength roll, they're incapacitated. If it's 3 times as high, that's a mortal wound. So, Austin, what's the damage on your blaster pistol?
So my holdout blaster is a 3D plus 1.
Okay. I'm going to roll the Minox strength.
Rolled a 9.
I rolled a 9.
Oh.
There's nothing on the chart for that. So I think you
die.
I think you explode.
No, just his leg.
Yeah, it falls off.
So now in a tie, since your damage roll isn't greater than their strength, it's going to be a stunned, but a stunned character falls prone and can't do anything for the rest of the combat round. So the blaster bolt clips the Minox, and it does that spin where its wings are just flailing through the air. It slams into the ground and goes, which is going to give Mickey time to make haste and beat feet.
This is really going to piss off Space PETA.
Spada.
Todd, you're shooting too, so there's a chance you could take yours out before it hits you. Obviously, Corey, you're doing a brawling attack, so you and the Minox are going to go simultaneously.
Okay.
So, Todd, roll your point-blank blaster shot.
Bring that flim-flam over here. My blaster is a 2D.
All right.
All right, well, I rolled 2 6s, which means a 6 on the wild die, so that means I get to roll again, right?
Yes, it is explosive. So, essentially, you roll it again and add to it, but it's easier just to add another die.
All right.
Yeah, and if you get another 6, that also...
Yeah, you can keep...
Then
it
I'm
can
the
go forever.
Antichrist.
Well, I figured.
That is a 6.
Oh my God.
Roll again.
Fucking fighting the Balrog over
Go back to the shadows.
This Minox is going to be nothing but atomic mist. Oh, that's a 6.
Holy shit!
against a bird. The one time Lance is like combat ready and
Amazing.
deadly, he's fighting a fucking bat.
What? Unfortunately, this isn't damage.
Oh,
Right?
I start to say he's hit him at this point.
Oh, there's a 1.
Yeah, so you hit,
Yeah.
if there was any
I
doubt.
think that's 25 total.
Okay. All right, so Todd, you're going to roll your blaster's damage against the Minox strength rating. And since you rolled so ridiculously well, I'll give you an extra damage die.
Okay, so that'll be 5D blaster damage.
Yeah.
damn. Here come the ones.
Well, Corey, I did roll 2 ones, but I also rolled a 4 and a 5 and a 6. So that is 17.
Well, I rolled a 10, so it's not twice to incapacitate, but you do wound the Minoc, which means when it hits you, it's just rolling its wild die for its melee attack. You rolled a 2, and, well, the minimum to hit somebody is 5 in melee. So you hit it in the wing, it shrieks, there's that spark of blaster fire, it swoops over your head and disappears into the darkness, but you can hear it screeching, it's probably going to come back. Corey, Farnar and the Minoc are going to hit each other simultaneously. This is how I think they pronounce it.
Space, yes.
So you're trying to beat a 5, and it is trying to beat a 5, unless you're going to dodge, which you can't dodge if you're going to punch it.
So my brawling is 6D.
I feel like you have a good chance of beating a 5.
That's a 18.
You hit it. It hit you, though. It rolled an 8. And it's trying to bite you with its big, sucker mouth.
I don't like that a bit. Gross as hell.
And can brawling parry work in this?
Yeah, I think you would have had to declare, hey, I'm going to try to brawl it and parry its attack.
I did say that. You just weren't paying attention.
No, that's fair enough. But my attention is all that matters.
Shit.
So you'll have to roll your strength against its damage, and then you'll roll your damage against its strength.
Okay.
And these will happen simultaneously. So if you do take damage, it won't affect your damage at all.
So Farnar's strength is 5D.
Well, his is 2D.
Okay.
So you're probably going to go down.
Okay.
I'm not great at math.
The name of this episode is The Death of Farnar.
If you get killed by a
Got
Minoc,
killed by a suckerfish.
Killed by a space fowl.
before you tell me what you rolled, let me tell you that the worst possible outcome here would be for Farnar to be stunned.
Okay.
Because every single dice you roll, the minimum is equal to what I did.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. Farnar got a 16.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can roll your damage against his strength.
Okay, my pause is 5D.
Minocs make bad decisions.
Well, they're dumb birds.
That's the actual name of the episode.
Minocs make bad decisions.
That's 18.
You did exactly 3 times as much damage.
Okay.
So, please describe how you destroy this Minoc.
The second the Minoc gets within the mighty paws of Farnar, he grips it tightly by the neck, says,
You suck.
and slams his sucker mouth down into a bucket of nails that are nearby,
Space nails.
forcing it to suck up all the nails into its space belly, piercing the inside, and he slowly dies from nail guts.
Weeks of misery.
Not a lot of people know this, but the Death Star was entirely held together with nails.
Very true.
Space nails, Todd.
And space spackle.
They have a little light on them. That's how you know they're in space.
Yeah.
So the other Minoc flies away. You can hear it going "Wah, wah," in the distance,
My
presumably
children!
deciding not coming back for that.
We were just going to show you the way out.
We're with the Golo II chamber.
We noticed the welcome banner float slowly to the ground.
Welcome, visitors.
So the 4 of you all group back together, continue down this side tunnel that Lance knows. And in the distance, you can see light. The corridor begins to brighten, and it also starts getting hotter. The tunnel widens, and eventually you come to a large room, which is a cylindrical shaft running up and down. In the above you, it disappears into the darkness. But below you, hundreds of feet below, you can see open and active magma bubbling up. Intense heat is washing up this chamber. And then there is a narrow, of course, railless bridge extending from your side to the other, where there's an elevator that Lance remembers going up into Dav's palace.
Well, if I know anything, it's when you're around environments like this, you have to find the high ground.
Puke looks at you with a look of disgust.
All right, fellas, here's the rumpus. You see that elevator over there that goes right up into Dav's palace? All we got to do is walk across this bridge. Easy peasy like.
Nothing can go wrong walking across the bridge.
There's a rumble. The entire cavern shakes. Rocks fall from the ceiling. One of them smashes through the center of the bridge, leaving a huge gap. From the corridor behind you, you hear shouted voices. Which way did those bastards go? I don't know. Very spread out. They may be going back to Dav's. The Pikes have clearly gotten through the blast door.
Quick, get to the ledge and lean forward.
Little rocket boosters pop out of Puke's legs, and he jets across to the other side.
Could have offered one of us a ride.
About to say, can't y'all merge Voltron-ish?
A rear compartment opens on Puke's back, and metallic hand pops out, and it extends the middle finger.
What's that mean in space?
It means I would have helped you, but I couldn't.
Very strange.
I was really hoping you were going to say, and like a bridge repair kit pops out.
No, he left that in his other pants.
Oh, Puke has pants as well.
Yeah, he's taken to the fashion.
You're going to be part of this gang. You're going to dress right.
It's more of a sash,
Right.
Because he doesn't have legs.
Jams.
That's how we're known in the galaxy. We're the pants gang.
They all wear pants.
Damn space bird in their pants.
Farnar's got breeches. Lance has got slacks. Mickey has loons.
The space bird actually has a flag on it, but it's just pants.
All right, so how you guys going to get across? There's another rumble. More stones fall from the ceiling, but nothing smashes through the bridge again.
Yeah, so what kind of distance are we looking at as far as the chasm?
So it's about 2 meters.
Oh, okay.
How tall is Farnar?
Farnar's probably about 2 meters.
You can, like, step over it.
No, 2 meters.
No, I was thinking
that's
about like laying down flat
Yeah.
to cover the.
I ain't doing that. If y'all had acted right, I'd have helped you better.
2 meters is 6 to 7 feet, depending.
Yeah.
So having said that, Farnar is going to throw one of them across.
I
Yeah.
like
And
it.
he doesn't care which one because he hates them both.
Fair. I love this plan.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll roll to see which one I throw.
Okay.
1 through 3 is Mickey.
Neither of us are aware of this plan.
No, not at all.
Lance will be thrown.
Good.
So I assume this would probably be my lifting.
Yeah.
There's not a throwing.
Yeah, I think lifting and then, the heaving is implied there.
Okay, I got a 6D in lifting.
Okay.
And droids aren't crazy heavy. And
No,
he's made of like plastic.
Yeah, everything in the movie seems to indicate that 3PO units are definitely pretty light.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this is moderate difficulty, 15.
Okay. It's 21.
Lance is unceremoniously hurled across the gap,
Fly, you fucking idiot.
lands in a clatter of limbs. He gets to his feet, dusts himself off. He's not far from the secret elevator.
I was gonna say, what's with the hi hat there, Farnar? But you got me over here, so thanks, buddy.
Shut up.
Are you going to throw Mickey now?
Mickey just kind of turns and looks at Farnar like,
Eh?
Okay, he'll throw Mickey too.
Just then,
Oh.
you hear, there they are! And a bunch of the Pikes run into the room where you entered, shooting their blasters. So we're back in combat. I know what the Pikes are going to do.
Okay.
Todd, what is Lance going to do?
Lance used to live here.
Sure.
He knows these guys.
Uh-huh.
He knows what they want.
Him dead.
Besides that,
No, that's kind of it. But carry on.
he's gonna try to bargain with them.
Okay. Corey, what is Farnar going to do?
He's going to join the Pike Syndicate.
Okay.
Tired of this
They
shit.
have a membership form you can fill out.
Yeah, I hate riding.
So he looks at Mickey, says,
Change of plans, dickhead.
and Farnar clicks his heels together, and his rollerblades extend from his shoes, and he punches the booster on the rollerblades and tries to rocket his way across the gap.
With Mickey in his arms or no?
No.
Okay, Austin. Well, what's Mickey gonna do? I mean, you can always just try to jump across
I mean, Mickey loves taking chances, so I think he's going to take the chance.
and jump.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, PUK-3 is going to open the elevator and get in. That's what he's
Thanks,
gonna
buddy.
do.
You're the only good one.
The Pikes are shooting at each of you, which we will do after you have taken your actions because I'm a merciful GM.
Okay.
Austin, we'll go the opposite way of when the declared action. So I'll let Mickey try to do his jump first.
Okay. This will be a strength roll. My climbing jumping skill is an even 3D.
Cool.
So what's my difficulty here?
We're going to say it's moderate. I mean, you're trying to jump across a wide chasm, gap in the bridge. There's the lava heat wafting upwards. Puts up a bit of an updraft. You're being shot at. Your best friend just abandoned you.
I mean, you're pretty much Inspector Gadget. Don't you have some springs or something in them?
You would think,
Okay.
but no.
So 15.
Okay. Oof. I rolled a 12.
Mickey slams into the side of the bridge. And of course, this is Star Wars, so it's this all metal steel panels, cabling for no reason.
I knew I shouldn't have worn that cape. Caught the wind.
His legs are dangling in the air. The cape is billowing up beautifully. He grabs this bit of conduit and starts pulling himself up. And there's this shriek of tortured metal as it comes loose and he falls towards the lava, but then the cable goes taut and he is now swinging like a worm on a hook above the bubbling liquid hot stones.
Why is it always me?
Corey, Varnar can do his rollerblade jump.
Okay.
Difficulty 15.
The after boosters actually blow Mickey back, ruin his jump.
So would this be dexterity?
Oh, this would be climbing jumping under
Okay.
your strength.
Well, I don't have climbing jumping, but I've got a 5D in my strength.
Oh no, how will you survive?
Through the power of the blades.
Got a 17. Got a 6 in the wall die.
Oh.
Another 6 on the wall die.
Ooh.
It's 27 total.
Varnar drifts across the gap like a bird of prey, beautifully slipping towards his next victim as he approaches Lance. No. Yeah, Varnar easily makes it across, makes it look cool, does a little one of those little cool rollerblade breaks at the end.
Well, he does a pirouette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wookiee hair blowing in the wind.
Ah,
It's majestic.
My part.
PUK3 blurps and beeps, sticks his manipulator arm into the elevator port, opens it up, and is beeping at you guys to get on. You can see his eye lens like swivels and focuses on Mickey, and you hear "Meow, meow," and he spools aboard the elevator.
Is that droid for fuck it?
Yep.
Okay.
Todd, LANC3 is going to try to bargain.
Yeah.
Well, that worked out for Luke. What are you make your pitch to the Pikes?
Fellas, look here now. If you put those blasters down for just a second, I got something I need to tell you. Now, you put those down, look the other way, let us carry on our way and forget about this whole Narc business, and you will be generously rewarded with tokens to the Golo II arcade. A lifetime supply. I have those cards.
So this is, I assume, a ruse.
Yes.
Okay. How many dice do you have?
In bargaining, 1D.
Well, I was thinking this is more of a con.
Okay.
Because you clearly don't have a lifetime supply.
Okay. That also is a 1D.
Oh, well.
Fair enough.
But he's like, now, you understand I don't have these lifetime passes to the Golo II arcade on me. They're in my pork pie hat, so I need to be able to go get my pork pie hat, and then you will be generously rewarded.
Well, I'm going to say this is very difficult. DC of 30.
Dang.
Because, one, they were specifically told to kill you. Two, they were told to kill you.
Kyle, can I not help him here?
I don't think no one can help him. But if he makes it, it will be amazing.
He did have a big explosion
He
earlier,
rolled
so.
like 5 6s a minute ago.
Yeah.
Surely that can be easily replicated again.
Sure. Oh, it's a 5.
Yeah, it doesn't work. The leaders have, yeah, shoot him twice.
We own the arcade, dipshit.
So now all the Pikes are shooting. Their blaster skill is 4D. They're going to shoot at Varnar first. Now, Corey, you can dodge as a reaction if you wish.
Okay. I will do that.
Maybe see what they get, because they could miss. They're at medium range,
Okay.
so they need to roll 15 or better. Oh, that was right at 15. So you can dodge if you wish to.
Sure.
Which technically, I think you should have had to declare that you were going to dodge on your turn, but I'm not worried about it.
I did under my breath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I do want to say that for dodge, melee parry, and brawling parry, those are reaction skills, so you don't have to declare their use at the beginning of the combat round. You can use them whenever you need to.
God damn it. Why don't you memorize this shit?
I know, right?
Of all the 17 games we've played,
Now-
you can't remember the rules to one?
It
That
does,
was made in 84.
That's right. It does count as an extra skill use, so you do reduce your pool by 1 die.
Okay.
And the way dodge works is the number you roll is added to their difficulty number. So
Okay.
as long as you roll a 1, you're not getting hit.
Okay, I think I'm good. So with the reduction, I've got a 2D plus 2 in dodge.
Yeah, and he hit right at a 15.
Okay. Yay, I beat him.
All right. Austin,
Mickey starts frantically swinging on the cable back and forth, trying to dodge the blaster fire coming his way.
okay, you know what? You can have a bonus die because that would be pretty easy to do.
Okay.
But if you get hit, I'm adding it to damage.
All right.
Actually, you don't even have to roll your dodge because he didn't even hit the 15. Blaster bolts are raining down all around Mickey. The Pikes are shooting, get the dumb one! You're not sure what Mickey did to qualify for that.
The droid has like 1D on everything. How am I the dumb one?
That's a fair point. And the remainder of the Pikes are shooting at Lance. That is a hit on a 19.
Oh, shit.
Would you like to dodge?
I would.
Now remember, their difficulty is 15 because they're on the other side of this chamber from you. Mm-hmm. So you need to get a 4 or better on your dodge to not get shot.
Okay. Well, that's also a 1D.
Ah,
Protocol droids really suck. I mean, we're
Yeah,
good
they're
at flying, but that's
usually so nimble.
Yeah.
In the films,
right.
Yeah.
So in this system, essentially droids are really good at one thing, and unless you specifically go to
Yeah.
the trouble to build out the rest of their skills, which is hard to do, they're not getting much better.
What Kyle was saying is you chose poorly on your character.
But not this time,
Nope.
because
That's a 6,
Yay.
and that's my wild because I'm only rolling 1.
Yeah, you don't have to roll it again. I mean, that's more than sufficient.
Yeah.
So Lance nimbly, or perhaps unintentionally, you're not sure, just shuffling, doing the protocol droid shuffle towards the elevator. Blaster bolts narrowly missing him by millimeters. So next round, I know what the Pikes are going to do. PUK-3 is on the elevator, ready to close it. Farnar and Lance have got to the other side of the gap. Mickey is dangling for his life.
does someone want to give me a paw up? And he's going to use climbing and jumping again to try and climb up the cable and get up on the bridge.
Okay, Corey?
Against his better judgment, Farnar is going to help Mickey.
Sure.
I don't even know why we're fucking fixing you all the time, because you're a damn clone. We could just make a new one.
I thought we settled that. I was the nice one.
We had to fight a damn bloodthirsty horde.
I gave up all my body parts just to continue being friends with you assholes.
I throwed up.
Lance hollers down. Well, look here. Why don't you take that being nice, put it in one hand, put a pile of shit in the other, and see which one fills up first?
That's gross, too.
Okay, Todd, what is Lance doing on this turn?
Lance is going to assist by using his blaster to lay down suppressing fire so that Farnar can pull Mickey up.
Gotcha. Corey, what was Farnar actually going to do?
He's going to again use his lifting. As Mickey's climbing, he's going to yank the cable upwards and try to fling him towards the open elevator.
Gotcha. Okay. So, Austin, I'll let you make your climbing roll first.
Okay. Does that give me bonus die to roll with, or is his going to be just a separate action?
It's going to be a separate action because if he succeeds, you'll be in the elevator at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm rolling 3D. That's an 8.
Well, the difficulty was 10, which I should have said before, but I didn't. But you're still going to fail.
So we'll say Mickey's animatronic hands just can't climb up the metal rope. They just keep slipping and sliding.
Yeah, some oil and lubricant got loose, and you're slipping, and then you lose your grip, tumble backwards, your leg gets wrapped around the line, and your hair is swinging just a few feet above the magma. Lava bubbles bursting and popping and sending high temperature bits of shrapnel all over you.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, lava sucks.
Well, I was going to come up with dialogue, but I think it's going to be just something more like, ah!
Yeah, your coat catches on fire.
Ah, my cape!
Watch a Star Wars, Austin.
Yeah, come on.
Corey, you can do your herk and jerk.
Okay.
Named after Patreon member Herc Orsman.
Thank you, Herc. Okay, my lifting is a 6D.
So this will be difficulty 15.
Okay.
If you fail, Mickey dies.
Cool. Yeah, I failed. No, I didn't. It's 19.
There is a stomach churning sensation as the cord holding Mickey above the lava is yanked upward through the air. He sails like some sort of terrifying cyborg human pinata. The Pikes stop and watch. His hair flowing behind him, his clothes on fire flapping as he slams into the elevator with a thunk. Mickey is stunned.
Okay.
Todd, shoot him with your blaster.
Okay.
They're at medium range, so it'll be difficulty 15. Or I'll let you do this.
Yes.
You can try to hit them, or you could just literally lay down suppressing fire. The difficulty will be lower, and let's say every increment of 5 you get over the difficulty, it'll increase their difficulty by that amount.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, so difficulty 10.
That's an 11.
Okay, so their difficulty is going to be higher now. The pikes are taking their shots. That is definitely a miss.
That's a bunch of ones.
That is a miss. That is a hit. So let's see, which one of you was it? That's going to be Farnar. So, Corey, do you want to dodge the blaster bolts?
Yeah.
Okay, so they hit on an 18. So you only need 2 successes because Todd made it. They need to hit at a 16 or better.
So I just need 2 ones would get me here?
Yup.
Okay. Yeah, 1.
So you guys crowd onto the elevator. PUK3 closes the door. You can hear blaster bolts hitting the outside, and you begin to ascend upward.
Oh shit, I'm still holding on to the cable and it snaps the elevator back down.
But to sum up, you're able to infiltrate LANC3's old droid bedroom, which is doesn't even have a bed. It's pathetic. You get his pork pie hat.
Well, it's a pork pie hat because it is 100% genuine Ugnaught skin.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
That shouldn't be legal. Damn you, Empire! You hate the pigmen.
You make it back to the Space Bird, and again, rocket into the stars, where there are wars happening.
Oh, I see.
The end.
Mickey, clean your damn pants. You were going to be presentable in the pants gang at the Space Bird.
That's right.
Well, that is our latest episode of Star Wars, following the crew of the Space Bird as they gallivant across the galaxy.
The Pants Gang.
The Pants Gang. If you're interested, obviously the West End game Star Wars is no longer for sale at retail. You might be able to find a copy on Amazon or something like that. But I know there is a rule set called D6 Space, which I think is basically the same sort of rules.
Gotcha.
So if you were interested in playing, the older version of Star Wars, D6 Space is what you're looking for.
They just have Wookos and Droods.
Yep. Yeah, that's basically what they got.
Always fun to play the Star Wars game.
Yeah, we love coming back here just episodically every now and then to have a little adventure and ruin these characters.
We'll play something different next week. Do we know what we're playing yet, Cole?
Well, it's a mystery. It's a surprise. It's going to be one of 4 games that I've outlined.
Oh, okay. I feel like one day we're going to walk in and there's just going to be a gun in the middle of the table with one in the chamber.
And a single D20 lying next to it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
We've got some good options. We've got a lot of cool options coming up. Our game stack is quite high.
That's the thing about playing RPGs. There's no shortage.
No, not these
Nowadays.
days.
But if we ever do come in and Kyle has that set up, I hope that D20 is a Norse Foundry die.
Okay.
Good segue, Austin.
That was decent.
Yeah.
Thanks to the guys at NorseFoundry.com. Go there for dice and merch and all kinds of cool stuff if you like the RPGs and you need some dice to roll made out of all manner of different materials and in different colors. NorseFoundry.com. At checkout, enter the code CHAM, that's CHAM, and receive 10% off your order.
Got the new lava die.
Yeah.
It hurts to hold them. You just let it burn through your hand. That's
That's how you roll it.
Oh, the lava. It's just liquid metal.
yeah.
I want to get the new pants die.
Yeah.
They're all made out of pants.
Felt.
I love the corduroys.
Yep.
Ooh. I got the cargos.
And thanks also, as always, to our sponsor, Barrel and Bond, 100 Broadway Street in beautiful downtown Paducah, right there on the banks of the Ohio River.
It's a great sponsorship because 90% of our listeners don't live anywhere near us.
Yeah, it really is.
So Barrel and Bond is stupid for giving us the sponsorship.
Yeah. They should never be paying us $100,000 an episode.
That's right.
I was just talking to those guys the other day, and I was like, yeah, y'all are really popular in Germany.
There's a bunch of people in New Zealand that know all about you.
There's some guy in Sweden just makes it his live goal to get the Barrel and Bond.
But make you a trip to historic downtown Paducah. Our Visitors Bureau should give us money for that.
Yep, there we go.
And visit Barrel and Bond, one of the best bourbon bars in the country, bar none.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you are if you're into American history, Paducah is the location where General Grant crossed the Ohio to invade the South from the North during the Civil War. Mm-hmm. And you would think, man, we should have a cool area set up for that where they could show you where it happened and where the Marines built their fort. But no, we don't.
But
No.
we don't. We just have a Southern Heritage Museum
And a school shooting.
So we're hitting
One of the first ones.
Yeah.
Go Paducah.
You know what else we have? We have a statue of what's his name, Floyd Tillman.
Yeah.
he's the general who, when he heard Grant was coming, shit his pants and ran away.
I think he shot his own horse, too.
Yeah.
Did he really?
I think so.
Or did he shit his own horse?
Lloyd Tillman, that was his name.
Floyd Tillman, yes.
Yeah, it's a great city. No, we do love Paducah, yes.
There is a lot to love here.
Oh, wonderful.
You know what
especially in the downtown artistic district.
Yeah.
You know what else we love? Our patrons and our listeners.
We do.
Thank you so much. We had Dave from Iowa, a new patron.
Yeah.
He didn't actually show up, but the threat of him loomed like a dark cloud.
Cloud of Iowans.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for reviewing. Thanks for engaging with us on social.
I think that covers it.
Yeah. Thanks, I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
Austin.